Chosen one. You dreamed a future that doesn't exist yet. There is something extraordinary about a human being who dares to see what has not yet appeared in the visible world. To dream a reality that has not taken form is to touch the edge of creation itself, to stand at the threshold of possibility, and to whisper into the unknown that you are ready to bring something forth. Most people live confined within the walls of what already is. They measure their expectations according to what they can touch, see, or prove with evidence. But you are not like most people. The very fact that you are here, listening to these words, means that you are part of the rare ones who carry inside them a seed of the unseen, a vision that refuses to be silenced by ordinary logic. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is both a gift and a responsibility, for it means you have been entrusted with something larger than yourself, something that demands courage, patience, and unshakable trust in the unseen. Before we go further into this message, I ask you to stay with me until the very end of this video. Allow these words to settle deep into your being, and let them awaken what has been dormant inside you. And as a sign of your openness and your alignment with this energy, I encourage you to write your warmest wishes in the comments below, along with the number 66. This is more than an exercise. It is a symbolic action of planting your desires into the soil of the universe, a way of charging your vision with intention. Wishes carry power when they are expressed, and when joined with collective energy, they amplify the possibility of manifestation. By writing your wishes, you are not just making a statement. You are releasing energy into the flow of creation, aligning yourself with the law of resonance, and declaring that you are ready to receive what belongs to you. Chosen one, you dreamed a future that doesn't exist yet. What does this mean? It means that your imagination is not random. The ideas that come to you, the visions that flash before your inner eyes, the feelings that stir in your heart when you think of what could be, these are not accidents. They are signals. They are glimpses of a timeline that is waiting for you to bring it into form. The future is not fixed. It is fluid, like a river with countless possible paths. Most people drift along with whatever current pulls them, never realizing that they hold within them the ability to carve a new channel through their choices, beliefs, and persistence. But you, chosen one, you carry the strange awareness that what you see inside can one day become outside. You carry the quiet certainty that you are not merely a passenger in life, but a co-creator of reality itself. The moment you dreamed of a future that doesn't exist yet, you stepped into a sacred dance with the universe. That dream is a blueprint, a hidden map, a compass that points toward your destiny. It is not always easy to trust such visions, because the world often dismisses them. People will say you are unrealistic, that you are chasing fantasies, that you should accept what is and stop yearning for what could be. But they cannot see what you see. They do not feel what you feel. They do not know that the very energy of the dream is alive, waiting for someone bold enough to embody it. The chosen one is not chosen by accident. They are chosen because they dare to believe in something greater, because they are willing to endure the trials of holding on to a vision in a world that demands conformity. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet requires faith, and faith is not blind hope. Faith is the substance of imagination combined with action. Faith is when you take a step even though the ground has not yet appeared under your foot. Faith is when you work tirelessly towards something even though no one else can see its value. Faith is when you live as though what you saw in your dream is already on its way, refusing to let doubt erase what has been whispered to your soul. You, chosen one, know this feeling well. You have lived with the fire of a vision that others cannot comprehend. You have walked the line between doubt and certainty, between fear and trust, between patience and urgency. This is what it means to be chosen, not because you are better than others, but because you have been entrusted with a dream that demands to be realized. And yet, the path of the chosen one is not simple. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet means you must often endure the tension of waiting. There is a gap between vision and manifestation, between the seed and the harvest. That gap can be painful. It can feel like nothing is happening, like you are alone in carrying a burden too heavy for one soul. But remember this: every seed must spend time hidden in the soil before it breaks through into the light. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean progress is not happening. The unseen work is often the most powerful. The roots must grow strong underground before the tree can rise. Your dream is doing the same. It is establishing itself in the unseen realm, drawing energy, aligning circumstances, preparing to burst forth in its appointed time. Chosen one, the future you dreamed of is calling you to align your actions with your vision. Dreams alone are not enough. They are invitations. They are signals, but you must answer the call. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is to receive a responsibility, to embody the values, habits, and persistence that make it real. If you dreamed of love, you must cultivate love in your daily life. If you dreamed of abundance, you must carry an abundant mindset and practice generosity. If you dreamed of freedom, you must break the chains of fear that hold you back. The dream is not separate from you. It is born through you. You are the vessel through which the unseen becomes seen. That is why you were chosen. Not because the dream is easy, but because you are capable of holding it, nurturing it, and protecting it until it can stand on its own. The chosen one often feels isolated, misunderstood, even doubted. This is part of the journey. To dream what does not yet exist means you live ahead of your time. You see what others cannot, and that distance can create loneliness. But remember, loneliness does not mean emptiness. It means you are walking a path that is uniquely yours, a path not crowded with those who prefer the comfort of what is known. The fact that you are walking it at all is proof of your strength. Chosen ones are often tested in solitude so they can be refined, strengthened, and prepared for the weight of their vision. The solitude is not a punishment, it is a preparation. The silence is where clarity grows, where resilience is forged, where faith deepens. When the time comes, your vision will find its resonance, and others will recognize what you have carried all along. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is to be a bridge between what is and what could be. You are both here and there. You live in the present, but part of you is anchored in the future you envisioned. That duality can be exhausting, but it is also sacred. It means you are a messenger between timelines, a traveler between worlds. The dream you hold is not just for you. It carries within it the power to inspire others, to shift realities, to change destinies. The chosen one is never chosen for themselves alone. They are chosen because their vision will ripple outward, touching lives, creating impact, igniting possibility in others. When you honor your dream, you honor not only yourself, but the countless others who will be affected by the future you dared to create. Chosen one, You dreamed a future that doesn't exist yet, and that is proof of your creative power. It is proof that you are not bound by the limitations of the present moment. It is proof that you carry within you the spark of the infinite, the ability to give birth to what has never been before. Do not let fear silence your vision. Do not let doubt steal your fire. Do not let delay convince you that your dream was a mistake. The very fact that it came to you is evidence of its purpose. The universe does not waste visions on those unwilling to carry them. If it came to you, it is meant for you. And if it is meant for you, then no obstacle, no delay, no doubt can destroy it. The dream is alive, and it waits for you to keep walking, keep believing, keep embodying the truth that you were chosen to carry. Chosen one. You dreamed a future that doesn't exist yet. To hold such a vision is to walk a path of paradox, for the world demands proof while your heart whispers trust. You are asked to live as though what you have seen in the unseen is already true, while those around you may only recognize what they can measure with their eyes. This tension is the crucible where chosen ones are forged. You are not ordinary because you have dared to let your inner sight shape your outer steps. The future you dreamed has already marked you, already set you apart, already begun to call you into alignment with its unfolding. There is no going back once you have glimpsed it, even if you try to ignore it, even if you attempt to live as though you never saw it. Something within you will ache, restless, unfulfilled, because you know there is more. That knowing will not leave you. It is both a burden and a gift, and it is yours to carry. The dream you carry is not fragile, even though it may feel delicate at times. It is resilient, like a flame that refuses to go out no matter how strong the wind blows. It may flicker, it may dim, it may hide beneath layers of doubt and fear, but it does not vanish. It waits. The dream waits for you to remember, to return, to recommit. It waits for you to speak life into it again, to nourish it with belief, to protect it with persistence. Others may walk away from their visions, burying them under the weight of disappointment. But you, chosen one, are not permitted to abandon yours. Why? Because the dream is intertwined with your very essence. It is part of why you are here, part of what makes you who you are. You did not just dream it, you became one with it. To forsake it would be to forsake a part of yourself, and that is why you cannot let it go. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is to live as a pioneer. You are building a path that others will one day walk, even if they cannot see it now. Think of the countless inventions, creations, movements, and breakthroughs that shape the world today. Each one began as a dream in someone's mind, a dream that did not exist yet in the physical world. At first, those dreamers were mocked, doubted, and ridiculed. Their visions were labeled impossible, impractical, even foolish. And yet, they pressed on. They chose to trust what they saw within rather than the disbelief of those around them. And now, generations live within the realities those dreamers created. You are part of that lineage of visionaries. The dream you carry has the same potential to shape reality, to alter the course of what is possible. Do not underestimate the weight of what you have been entrusted with. Chosen one, you must understand that your dream does not need validation to be real. It does not need universal approval to have meaning. The truth is, most people will not recognize the value of your vision until it has already manifested. They will only call it genius after it has succeeded. They will only honor it once it has become undeniable. Until then, they may laugh, doubt, or simply ignore you. But that is the way of all great dreams. They are invisible to the majority until they are made visible by the persistence of the chosen one. You are asked to walk through that invisibility with courage. You are asked to trust the unseen more than the seen, to hold on to the whisper of the future louder than the noise of the present. This is why you were chosen, because you are strong enough to carry what others would drop. There will be days when you question everything, days when the gap between vision and reality feels unbearable, days when you wonder if you made it all up, if the dream was just a fantasy, if you are chasing shadows. On those days, remember this: the very intensity of your doubt is proof of the dream's importance. If it did not matter, it would not trouble you so deeply. If it were meaningless, you would forget it easily. But the fact that it lingers, that it pulls at you even in your lowest moments, is proof that it is real. The dream will not let you go because it belongs to you and you belong to it. The bond cannot be broken. Doubt is only a passing storm. The dream is the mountain that remains unmoved. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is to live with vision in one hand and responsibility in the other. It is not enough to simply see. You must act. The dream is a spark, but you are the one who must fan it into flame. That means discipline. That means sacrifice. That means doing what others will not, because you know where you are headed even when they do not. It means waking up when you feel like sleeping, working when you feel like quitting, believing when you feel like doubting. It means carrying the weight of the unseen until it becomes seen. The chosen one does not have the luxury of passivity. You have been entrusted with something greater, and therefore more is required of you. But do not mistake this weight for punishment. It is an honor. To carry a dream is to carry the possibility of transformation, and that is one of the greatest honors a human being can receive. Chosen one. The future you dreamed of is a message from possibility itself. It is a doorway into what can be, waiting for you to walk through. Do not let fear keep you on the threshold. Fear will tell you that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that you will fail. But fear is a liar. Fear feeds on inaction. The moment you take a step toward your dream, fear begins to lose its power. The dream becomes stronger than the doubt. Each action you take is a declaration that you are aligning yourself with what you saw, a statement that you trust the vision enough to move toward it. Action is the language of faith, and it is through action that the unseen begins to take form. Every step counts, even the small ones, especially the small ones, for it is through the accumulation of steps that mountains are moved. Do not despise the small beginnings. The dream may seem far away, and the progress may feel invisible, but every seed starts small. Every oak tree begins as an acorn, every river as a drop, every masterpiece as a single brushstroke. The fact that the dream is not yet complete does not mean it is not unfolding. The chosen one learns to celebrate the process as much as the outcome, to honor the growth as much as the goal. For it is in the journey that you are transformed, and the dream is not just about what you will achieve, but about who you will become along the way. The future you dreamed is not simply an event to reach. It is a path to walk, a becoming to embrace, a transformation to live through. You are both the creator and the creation, the builder and the built. The dream is shaping you even as you shape it. And so, chosen one, hold fast to what you have seen. Do not let the noise of the present drown out the whispers of the future. Do not let temporary setbacks convince you of permanent defeat. Do not let impatience rob you of the harvest that is growing in unseen soil. The future you dreamed exists already in potential, waiting for the moment when you align with it fully. It is not an illusion. It is not a trick. It is a seed of destiny, entrusted to you for a reason. Trust that reason. Trust yourself. Trust the process. You are chosen because you are capable, because you are strong, because you are meant to carry what others could not. And in time, when the dream breaks through into the visible world, you will understand why it had to be you, why it had to unfold this way, why you could never let it go. Chosen one, you dreamed a future that doesn't exist yet. There is a reason the dream came to you and not to someone else. The universe does not waste visions. The dream you saw is not random. It was placed within you because you have the capacity to carry it. Many people wonder why they cannot see what you see, why they do not feel what you feel, why they cannot imagine beyond the limits of what already exists. It is because they were not called to carry what you were called to carry. The dream chooses the vessel, and it chose you. This choosing does not make you superior, but it does make you responsible. When you saw the future that does not yet exist, you were given a glimpse of possibility. That glimpse was a promise that something more is waiting. But it will only be realized if you choose to walk the path required to bring it forth. The chosen one must live in two worlds at once. On one side is the present reality, with all its limits, doubts, and demands. On the other side is the vision, alive within you, pulling you forward into a reality that no one else can see. Living in this tension can be exhausting, because you are asked to honor both at once, to navigate the demands of today while keeping your heart aligned with tomorrow. This is the paradox of the visionary. You cannot abandon the present, but you also cannot ignore the call of the future. You must learn to weave them together, to plant the seeds of tomorrow within the soil of today. This weaving is the work of the chosen one, and it requires patience, persistence, and the courage to endure seasons of invisibility. The future you dreamed of will not reveal itself all at once. It comes in fragments, flashes, whispers. Sometimes it feels clear, almost tangible. Other times it feels distant, shrouded in fog. This is intentional. If you were given the full picture all at once, it would overwhelm you. The dream unfolds in stages because you must grow into it. Each step you take, each challenge you face, each lesson you learn prepares you for the next layer of revelation. What you see now is only a piece, but that piece is enough to keep you moving forward. Trust that more will be revealed when the time is right. Trust that the path will continue to appear as you walk it. The chosen one is not given the luxury of knowing everything in advance. You are asked to walk by trust, not by certainty. Chosen one, you must understand that resistance is part of the process. The moment you dream of a future that doesn't exist yet, forces arise to challenge it. Doubt will whisper in your ear. Fear will tighten around your chest. Circumstances will seem to stand against you. People may mock, dismiss, or discourage you, but none of this is proof that the dream is impossible. On the contrary, resistance is proof that the dream matters. If the vision were meaningless, there would be no opposition. Resistance comes because the dream carries power, and that power threatens the comfort of what already is. Do not mistake resistance for a sign to stop. It is a sign to continue. The chosen one is refined through resistance. You learn resilience, endurance, and clarity by facing what stands in your way. Every challenge you overcome is proof that the dream is alive and that you are becoming strong enough to hold it. The future you dreamed of is not only about achievement, it is about transformation. It is not only about what you will create, but about who you will become in the process. Dreams are not given just to change circumstances, they are given to change people. You, chosen one, are being shaped by the very vision you carry. It stretches you, humbles you, strengthens you, and calls you to rise higher than you thought possible. Every obstacle you face is part of this shaping. Every delay is part of this refining. Every disappointment is part of this preparation. The dream is not punishing you when the journey is long. It is preparing you to be the person capable of sustaining what you have seen. The dream is not just about the destination. It is about the becoming. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is to walk in alignment with time itself. The dream exists in potential, waiting for its moment to manifest. Timing matters. Just as a fruit must ripen before it can be enjoyed, your vision must reach its appointed season before it can fully appear. If it arrives too soon, it may crumble. If it arrives too late, it may fade. But in the perfect time, it will bloom. Your role is not to force the timing, but to prepare for it. The chosen one must learn to live in trust, to work diligently while releasing control of the exact moment of manifestation. This is not easy, because the waiting can feel unbearable. But trust that the timing is not against you. It is for you. The delay is not denial, it is alignment. The dream is aligning itself with circumstances, people, opportunities, and energy so that when it finally arrives, it will remain. Chosen one, do not be discouraged when others do not understand your vision. It was not given to them. It was given to you. They may not see what you see because it is not theirs to carry. They may not believe what you believe because it is not their path. That is why you cannot let the disbelief of others shake you. Their lack of vision does not diminish your dream. Their doubts do not cancel your destiny. You were not chosen for their approval. You were chosen for the dream itself. Sometimes you will have to walk alone. Sometimes you will have to carry the vision in silence, nurturing it in your heart until the time comes to reveal it. This loneliness is not a curse but a shield. It protects the dream from premature exposure, allowing it to grow strong before it must withstand the gaze of the world. The dream you saw is alive. Even if you doubt it, even if you forget it, even if you turn away from it for a season, it remains. It waits patiently for you, whispering in quiet moments, stirring in your heart when you least expect it. You cannot escape it because it is part of you. The chosen one is not chosen for a single moment, but for a lifetime. The vision may shift, evolve, or expand, but its essence remains the same. It calls you back, again and again, until you embrace it fully. Do not fear this calling. It is not meant to trap you, but to free you. It frees you from living a life too small for your soul. It frees you from being confined by the limits of what is. It frees you to live in alignment with what could be. To dream a future that doesn't exist yet is to break free from the prison of the ordinary and step into the vastness of possibility. And so, chosen one, hold steady. You are walking a path that many cannot see, but that does not make it any less real. You are carrying a dream that may feel impossible at times, but impossibility is only the threshold of the miraculous. You are standing between the known and the unknown, between what is and what will be. That is the place of power, the place of creation, the place of destiny. The future you dreamed of is waiting for you. It is not a question of if, it is only a question of when. Keep walking, keep believing, keep becoming. The dream will not fail you because it is not just your dream, it is your calling. And the chosen one does not abandon their calling. The chosen one brings it forth, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard the road becomes, no matter how impossible it may seem. For that is who you are. You are the one who dreamed a future that does not exist yet, and you are the one who will bring it into being. Chosen one, you dreamed a future that doesn't exist yet. This is the mystery and the beauty of your path. You are both ahead of time and inside time. You walk through days that appear ordinary, but inside you burns the memory of something extraordinary. You wake in the same world as everyone else, but you carry a secret world within you, one that is not yet visible but no less real. This dual existence can make you feel like an outsider, like you do not fully belong in the present, because part of you already belongs to the future. And yet, this is exactly what it means to be chosen. You are a bridge. You are a link. You are the one who brings tomorrow into today. That is why you cannot dismiss your vision. That is why you cannot surrender the fire that lives within you. It is not simply your imagination. It is your assignment. The dream you carry is a form of language between you and the universe. It speaks in images, in impressions, in feelings that cannot always be explained. Others may ask you to describe it, to prove it, to justify it. But the chosen one knows that some things cannot be captured in words until they are lived. Your dream is not a theory to be debated. It is a reality to be embodied. You are not asked to convince the world with arguments. You are asked to convince the world with persistence, with consistency, with results that will eventually speak for themselves. For now, you may have no evidence but your own conviction, and that is enough. The dream is sustained by your belief until the day it becomes undeniable. And when that day comes, when the unseen becomes visible, and the world finally witnesses what you carried all along, there will be no need for explanations. The dream itself will be the proof. The journey will be the testimony. And you, chosen one, will stand as living evidence that what begins as a whisper within can become a reality beyond imagination.